house after house sitting empty on this Cleveland street, and only one is slated to be torn down.
Just to leave them standing, that's unfair to the taxpayers like me.
Tonight, News 5 investigating why it's taking so long to demolish these vacant homes.
In our ongoing investigation, Cleveland Abandoned, only News 5 has been digging into the growing problem of abandoned homes right here in Cleveland. As quickly as the city says it's working to tear them down, there always seems to be more work piling up.
News 5's Homa Bash reports from Laisy Avenue on the city's east side.
This is a street of about 24 homes. Of those, 4 are on the condemned list, but out of those, only 1 is set to be demolished. Neighbors wanted to know why this process takes so long. So we wanted to break it down for them and for you. Welcome to Laisy Avenue on Cleveland's east side, a street where families raise their kids, where Karen Mims raised her 6 kids.
It's just not quiet like it used to be anymore.
She's lived here 20 years, but these days, Mims is tired of living next to condemned and abandoned homes. 4 on her street, to be exact.
It's very frustrating. It's discouraging.
Number 1, don't be discouraged.
So we took her concerns to newly sworn in Cleveland Building and Housing Director, Ayanna Blue Donald.
I get it. No one wants to live next to a vacant and abandoned property.
This is how it breaks down by the numbers provided to News 5 by the city. Right now, 4,500 homes in Cleveland are likely condemnable. They just haven't gone through the legal process yet. 3,000 homes are actually condemned, and out of those, 1,000 are on the list to be demolished.
We don't own those structures, so I can't just pull up to a structure with a wrecking ball or a demolition crew and raise a property.
So here's how it works. First, the vacant home is called in by a citizen, a council person, or a community development group. Before it can even be inspected for code violations, the property owner has to be tracked down.
This is where it starts to get a little tricky. So say, for instance, the property owner is deceased. So then we have to find all heirs to that person. Say they had 5 children, maybe a wife, etc. Everyone has to be served that has a potential interest in the property.
Then, after it is condemned, all of those people with rights to the property, they have to be given a chance to fix the problems. Only after all of that can it be added to the demolition list. It is a lengthy and legal process, one where Donald says her department cannot skip any steps.
Because I cannot raise a structure without being confident that in the long run I won't have a wrongful demolition suit. So I make sure that my files are legally sufficient for me to tear down the structure.
For Karen Mims, the legalities are one thing. Life on this street, well, that's another.
Well, I'm sure it's a long process, but just to get it started would be encouraging. You know, just to know someone cares.
Once a home is on that demolition list, it then gets prioritized and then it gets funding. Director Donald says that she is waiting on the county to approve about $2 million that would help tear down houses like this one and 200 others. Reporting in Cleveland, Homa Bash, News 5.